If you're thinking about buying a home or selling a home or maybe doing both here in the Cincinnati real estate market right now, you're probably wondering what you can do as a seller to take full advantage of the market, since it is a hot market for sellers, and what you can do as a buyer, maybe even more importantly, to navigate this difficult market. And if you're doing both, how do you figure out your game plan? What's best? Do I buy first, sell first? How does that all work with the financing? We're going to cover those three topics here, some specific strategies you can utilize to make sure you can reach your real estate goals in this market. But first, in order to understand how to do that, we need to understand what's going on in the market. So we're going to take a look at what's happened in the past week and compare that to last year at the same time. So first of all, new listings are up 1% over last year. Not a big increase, but any increase in inventory right now is certainly welcome. Because we do have much more buyer demand than we have inventory, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Closings are down 16% overall compared to last year, so that's less activity in the market compared to last year at the same time. That's discouraging to buyers, sellers, agents, homeowners, everybody. We'd like to see more activity. That just reflects a stronger economy and a stronger market. It may be an outlier. We've seen this happen this week and last week, but previously we've seen some gains in closings. So we'll keep an eye on that to see if that becomes a trend. Average sale price is up over 14%. So there's not many investments that you can say is up 14% over last year. We've even seen some weeks this year as high as 25%. On average, it's probably around 15 to 20% increase every week we've seen compared to last year in terms of sale prices of homes. So as a homeowner, that means your house is literally worth that much more than it was last year, even if you haven't improved it, as long as you've maintained it. So there's always exceptions to every situation, and there's it's a case-by-case basis, but overall 14% growth in average sale price versus last year is very strong for homeowners. It makes it much more difficult for buyers to afford, but we do have historically low interest rates still, which we may not have for much longer. We'll talk about that in a second here too. Average days on market is down 65%. So we have seen drops in average days on market week to week compared to last year of maybe 40 to 50%. This is the first time we've seen something this high, 65%. So what that means is houses are selling 65% faster than they were last year. So we certainly really didn't need the market to speed up any. It was already plenty fast. But we're seeing, at least this week compared to last year, the same week, 65% faster, which is a bigger increase in the speed of the market than we've seen in past weeks. Inventory is at 2.93 months. We're just shy of 3 months of inventory. That's about a month or more than we had at the beginning of the year, but we've seen buyer demand increase much more quickly than that. So we're still actually in more of a seller's market, more fast-paced market than we were at the beginning of the year, despite the increased inventory. Because again, buyer demand has increased much more quickly and much more significantly than inventory has. So we're about 3 months short of what we would consider market equilibrium, where buyers and sellers are on an even playing field in terms of their negotiation strength. Still very much in a seller's market. So given all of this data, what does this mean to sellers, to buyers, to folks that are buying and selling at the same time? So let me give you some actionable advice here. You can, whether you work with us, you can use it, or you can use it with another agent, or you can even do this on your own, whatever is best for you. But I'm going to give you some advice here, some tips and strategies that you can use. First off, as a seller, it's a hot market, so of course you want to take advantage of that. If you have a place to move to, you want to make sure you can cash in on your home equity. A lot of people are getting really aggressive and they're saying, well, I can do this on my own, or I can maybe hire the cheap guy or cheap gal, the discount agent, to help me, and I can still get the job done and I'll save some money. So you might save some money if you do that, but you might not actually get as much money as you would if you were doing what's called target marketing. So you may actually, by the time you look at your net at closing, you actually may be less than that if you don't do premium marketing to make sure you're not only reaching the general public with your listing, but you're also reaching the right types of people. So what we do for our seller clients is target marketing, where we look at the unique features of their home. We determine, based on demographic research, who would be most interested in their home. In other words, who considers their home their dream home. Not just the general public, somebody who would be interested, like maybe this would work for us, but it's somewhat of a compromise. We're looking for the people, in addition to the general public, that would be absolutely thrilled to have their house, that would be willing to pay a premium, would consider that their dream home. They'd be pulling out all the stops, give our seller clients whatever terms and conditions they want, because they feel like they absolutely need their home. So that's primarily what we're focused on with our target marketing approach, is making sure that our seller clients get absolutely every penny that they can out of the sale of their home, and that they don't have to pay for the buyer's closing costs, they don't have to do repairs, they can pick the closing date that's most convenient for them, they can get optimal price and terms. So if you'd like to learn how that process works for our clients, whether or not that would work for you, you can kind of determine that based on becoming more informed about this. Go ahead and click on the link, patrickgrosser.com/sell. That's just an educational video. When you click the link, there's nothing being sold there. We're not going to try to swipe your contact information. We'll just walk you through our approach in working with our seller clients, how the target marketing works, why it's more effective, so you can determine if that's something you'd like to pursue further. And if you would like to pursue more information on that, reach out to us. There'll be instructions there at the end of the video for you. If you're buying a home right now, that's the biggest challenge right now, is to try to find what you're looking for and also to get it under contract, because there's so much competition from other buyers. So there's many strategies we could discuss, and you can certainly reach out to us and ask what we do for our buyer clients to navigate the open market. But what I wanted to tell you today is what you can do to just avoid the open market altogether. Okay, so my clients don't just look off market, they also look on the open market, but they are looking off market for opportunities. They're looking for unlisted homes. We do that for some of our clients who are really serious about making a move and are really specific on the type of neighborhood they want to live in. They might even have a favorite neighborhood or two. We'll advertise to homeowners in those areas, and we'll find out which homeowners are interested in selling, maybe if the price is right and the timing is right. And then we can filter through those opportunities, match them up with our buyer clients, and we can actually walk our buyer clients through an exclusive showing. Again, this is an off-market property, so it's not being advertised by us or anybody else. It's basically a for sale by owner that's not listed yet. And we're walking our buyer clients through the showing. If they like the house, they can write an offer without any competition from any other buyers. And of course, our buyer clients love that because they're getting the best deal they possibly can. They're avoiding all the competition, and they're getting the time that they need to make an informed decision because they're not rushed by the speed of the open market. They're looking off market, they're talking one-to-one with somebody who's not even listed yet. So there's no pressure there at all. If it's the right home for them, they can go ahead and pursue that and write an offer that the seller is willing to accept. And the sellers like that as well, those homeowners who are not listed yet. Some of those folks just want to sell it for a fair price and fair terms. They don't want to go through all of the hassle of preparing it for photography and showings. They don't want a bunch of strangers in their house. They don't want to deal with all the multiple offers and the stress of negotiating that and disappointing people who they turn down. They just want to sell it to somebody, at a fair price and fair terms for them. So in the right situation, it does work for everybody. If you'd like to learn more about how that process works to see if it will be a good fit for you, click the link, patrickgrosser.com/unlisted. Again, an educational video. We're not swiping your contact information or trying to sell you anything. We're just educating you on how we help our buyer clients find off-market opportunities to avoid the competition on the open market. Again, patrickgrosser.com/unlisted. If you're buying and selling at the same time, one of the first things you need to figure out is, are you going to buy first? Are you going to sell first? Are you going to try to do both at the same time? And depending on which path you choose, you need to figure out what your financing is going to look like. And all the logistics too of the move, you need to figure all this stuff out, have a game plan, a very clear path that you're going to take so that you can actually achieve your goals. Because if you jump online and start looking at houses and then you want to write an offer, you don't even know how you're selling or how you're financing your purchase, or the reverse, if you put your house on the market, you may find you'll probably sell a lot faster than you can find your next home. So then you're trying to negotiate a really long closing that the buyer doesn't want. It becomes a mess. So you really need to figure out what your game plan is going forward. You need to figure that out right away before you even get started with the process of buying or selling. So go ahead and click the link there, get educated on your options, patrickgrosser.com/bridge. So what that is, it's an educational video. Again, nothing being sold, no swiping of your contact information. We're just walking you through the traditional options you have to buy and sell at the same time, regardless of whether you're going to buy first, sell first, do everything all at once. What are your options? How does this work? How does the financing work? And also specific to this market, a recommendation we have called the bridge solution. In certain cases, it works really well. It's something you've probably never heard of, and it's becoming more popular for our clients as they're starting to understand what it is. What you can essentially do is erase your mortgage debt on your current home. You can get cash for a down payment. You don't have to move out right away. You can stay month to month, and you can methodically and slowly do your search for your next home so you can make a good decision on not only financially for getting the right deal, but also just where you're going to live for the next several years, maybe decades. You want to make sure that that's the right place for you and your family. You don't want to be rushed through that process. You want to make sure that you make a smart and informed decision, and this bridge solution actually allows you the opportunity to do that. So go ahead and click the link there, patrickgrosser.com/bridge. Learn more about the bridge solution and also the other traditional options, so you can get a game plan together on how you can buy and sell at the same time in this market. If you have any general questions about the market or about your situation, you can always schedule a call with us. There's a link there to our calendar. We can assess your needs. We can make some recommendations, whether you're working with us, someone else, or working on your own, as far as what path you can choose, what's going to help you to achieve your goals. So again, click the link there if you'd like to talk to us, to schedule a call on our calendar. And I hope in general this information is helpful to you. If you'd like to see more of these videos on market news, buyer seller tips and strategies on how to navigate the Cincinnati real estate market, go ahead and hit the like button. Let Facebook know to send you more of this information in the future. Also, if you don't want to miss any of our videos, we do 2 or 3 of these every single week. So follow our business page, turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss anything. You can also go through our page there on our timeline and our playlists and look through the videos we've done in the past. Get yourself educated, up to speed on the market. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Patrick Grosser-Cincinnati Realtor. And by the way, if you have any topics you'd like for us to cover that we haven't yet, or if you have any questions you'd like answered in this video format, we'd be happy to do that. Go ahead and drop those in the comments. The chances are there's other people in our audience that also have those same questions they want answered, also want us to cover the same kinds of topics. So it actually would help us not only to educate you, but to educate our general audience here. So we'd appreciate your input. Again, drop your specific questions or the topic suggestions you have in the comments for us. I'm Patrick Grosser, and thanks for watching.